This game is so stupid. Like, I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
What's good, Trippy TV? Welcome back to our channel. Today, I will be doing my first pregnancy update. This is my first one, as I stated. I have my notes here because I've never filmed a video sitting down talking to myself. So here we go. I guess we'll start off with how I got pregnant, kinda. A lot of you may not know, but a lot of our close friends do know that, and if you follow me on social media. Earlier last year, we had a miscarriage. We were very devastated about that. We will do a story time video on that, so that's coming up. Disclaimer, if you hear any ruckus, brouhaha in the background, my fiance is playing this stupid game. Had to get that out the way because he be into it. I think it was like, yeah, it was 6 months after the miscarriage that we got pregnant. We started taking these maca root pills. We read on it and things of that nature, and it was said to give you more energy, also to help you gain weight on my part of it or whatever. And my fiance also took them for the energy portion of it. That's a whole nother video as well. So I honestly really strongly believe that is what got us pregnant. Honestly, I took those pills probably the third day of my cycle. My cycle lasts for about a week. It's 7 days, so if it started on Monday, it's ending that following Monday. I probably took it in the middle of that cycle, so I'd say about the third, fourth day. And I kid you not, I was pregnant the following weeks after, so I didn't get another cycle after that. I have read as well that some people do get pregnant off of that. It does help with fertility and things of that nature, so I'm almost convinced that that's what helped. How I found out, it was a regular day, and honestly, this is so crazy. I remember this day like it was yesterday. It's really amazing. So like I said, earlier last year we did have a miscarriage, and that baby was supposed to be born on January 21st, 2019.
Oh my goodness, the smoke killed me.
So I was feeling a little symptoms and things, and we'll get into that later in the video. But I was feeling different types of symptoms and things like that throughout the 2 weeks prior to me taking the test. But of course, it felt like, of course, as a lot of you may know, pregnancy symptoms go hand in hand with...
Oh my goodness, the same person. The freaking same person, bro. The freaking same freaking person.
It's the same person. You had me lose my train of thought. Pregnancy symptoms does go hand in hand with PMS symptoms. So I did get symptoms, but I also thought, since, like I said, it took us 6 months after our miscarriage to get pregnant, I'm just thinking it's something that it's not, you know what I'm saying? Getting myself riled up, blah, blah. I don't know what told me to take a test this day. It was literally the day that the baby was supposed to be born. I was about to go pick up my fiance from work. Something told me just to go take a test. I didn't have one on me, so on the way to go and get my fiance from work, I left a little early. Before I left, I peed in a plastic cup because, mind you, I did not have a pregnancy test. For some reason, I just had this urge to take it like right then and there. Like, I had to pee then, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it now. Like, I'm gonna take it now. I'm using this pee. So I couldn't pee and then leave, you know what I'm saying? Then wait for a whole nother cycle of pee. This may be nasty to some of you, but I don't care. I peed in the cup. I took it with me in the car. I stopped at Walmart. We literally live like 2 minutes from Walmart. Like, it's literally outside the neighborhood. I stopped at Walmart. I went and got one of those cheapy little purple and white tests that you get from Walmart. I came back in the car. I opened it and I used a little dispenser thing, and I put it on the test or whatever. I discarded the rest of my urine in the cup, and I just waited. I was on my phone, you know, waiting until time passed by. Wasn't looking at the test. I think I covered it. I don't know. I wasn't looking at it. So like I said, I didn't really think it was gonna be positive, but I looked at it and I seen like a faint line, and I thought I was tripping. I'm like, no, So I turned on the light to make sure I wasn't tripping, because mind you, it was a little late at night, so it was a little dark. So I thought I was seeing things. I thought I was, you know, just imagining another line. And I kid you not, it was, of course, when you're making this video, it was a whole nother line. I was like, oh my gosh, and it was getting darker and darker. I was in total shock. I didn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? Because last time I got pregnant, I felt pregnant. I knew I was pregnant. But I guess this time I was kind of maybe in denial, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe I just didn't. I don't know. Apparently my body knew, because something was telling me just to take the test. But I didn't feel pregnant. I freaked out. I remember just busting out in tears. I literally just started bawling, crying, because it was just amazing how I took the test on the day that our baby was supposed to be born. It was really, truly a blessing. I called my fiance. He was at work. I called him freaking out. I'm like, babe, oh my gosh. He was actually like, he thought something was wrong with me. He was like, he was gonna go. He was gonna tell his manager, like, look, I gotta go. Something wrong. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, babe, I'm pregnant. He was like, no, you lying. So he was in shock too. It was just crazy how it all happened. Symptoms that I felt from 0 to 4 weeks pregnant. I remember feeling very, very hungry. Now, this was one of the symptoms that did stand out to me whenever, before I even thought about taking a pregnancy test. This did stand out to me, like thinking, looking back after I took the pregnancy test, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why I was eating so much. So I would eat and I wouldn't feel full. So let's say I've had one of my regular meals, I literally can go for a second helping of that meal and be like wanting more. Like literally I like ate and ate and ate. So that was one thing that I did notice, but for some reason it didn't click in my head, hey, this could be a pregnancy symptom. I don't know, I guess it's crazy how that works. Oh, another symptom, excuse me, another thing that I did notice, but I mean, it really didn't throw me off, because again, like I said, I was approaching my cycle, so I thought that was what I was feeling it for. But I did have sensitive nipples. I felt like they were really sore, like not my boobs, but my actual nips. They were sore. They were sore, and they were kind of sensitive to the touch. Like I would, at night, I like to not wear a bra when I go to sleep. I would literally like hate the feeling of my t-shirt touching my nipples. Like it was crazy. Another thing was cramping. Now that really didn't kind of, that really didn't throw me off because I cramp all the time before I'm about to start my period. At least like 3 to 4 days before my period, I'm cramping. Like, it's wraps. Oh, this is a big one. TMI. I had a lot of creamy discharge. Like, a lot of it. Sometimes, like, it's not every cycle that it usually happens to me, but sometimes it does throw me off. Because a couple of 6 months that we were trying, I would have this and end up not pregnant. But that is something that was different, in a sense. I mean, whatever. It was extra than normal. But yeah, creamy white discharge. Another thing, I really didn't notice this, but my fiance just insists on how moody I was. I was very emotional, angry, irritated. In my defense, I am like this before every cycle, so didn't catch me off guard. I wasn't thinking like, no. But apparently to him, I was a little extra, so we'll let him have that one. Ooh, hot flashes. I did experience some hot flashes. That was new, but again, for some reason, that month, I just wasn't, I don't know. I wasn't on top of the 2-week wait thing, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really keeping up or paying attention to the new signs that I would encounter during the 2-week wait, because I don't normally have hot flashes. I mean, when I'm on my cycle, yes. For me to be having hot flashes before that, that's new. I had mild nausea. How can I put this? I was just a little nauseous. It wasn't nothing to, like alarm me. But I do, you know how after you take the pregnancy test, you start noticing, oh, so this is why I was doing this. Oh, I was feeling this. Oh, I was feeling that. So nausea, I felt you. I was a little tired, more tired than usual. But you know what I'm saying? A girl was working, you feel me? So that's why I thought I was a little tired. The last one is headaches. I did get a few, not severe, but I did get a few headaches, which I don't normally get. Again, I wasn't thinking like, hey, take a damn pregnancy test. I am anemic, so maybe I thought at the time that I was, just needed to eat, need to get my energy up or something, I don't know. But headaches. Right now, as I'm filming this video, I am not newly pregnant. I am 7 months pregnant, but I do have this little app. So I did keep up with the little things I did feel, regardless if I thought they were symptoms or what. I did jot down and log how I felt throughout the month every day. So I do still have notes and everything, so that's a good thing. So I can go back and make these little updates. Whenever we were trying, I was looking hard, high and low for these update videos so I can see and kind of relate and see if I can compare with women to see if I was pregnant. So this is my 0 to 4 week pregnancy update. I will be doing up to 28 weeks, of course, because I'm 28 weeks. I will keep going, so not up to 28 weeks but up to 40 weeks. I will throw in the pregnancy test photos. And I also will throw in a little belly shot if I have one, because I really didn't take one for every month. So I believe I did take one of how my stomach was at first, but of course it was flat, 0 to 4 weeks. I mean, if y'all like videos like this, please subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you know whenever we post a video. I'll see y'all in the next one.